Hi everyone, my name is Colette Matriga. Welcome to Colette's Thermy Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making for you a beautiful vegetable Tian. Now remember, I am a Thermomix consultant here in Australia. If you're thinking about getting a Thermomix, I would love to support you, and I would definitely love to support you once you have it in your kitchen. But let's get back to this beautiful vegetable Tian. Now Tian is it's a dish. It's an earthenware dish which is glazed on the inside and not on the outside. And it's one of those beautiful earthenware ones that you can cook in it and take it to the table to serve from. Now it's very similar. This isn't an authentic one, but this is a very similar dish. And this is the one I'm going to be using tonight. But you can use a quiche dish, just use whatever dish you've got. And a vegetable Tian is a beautiful French classic. It's served as a side dish with many meals, that have meat as the main course. But honestly, with this vegetable Tian, I love it just as it is. And tonight, it's just going to be my dinner with no meats added. It's delicious. So what I've actually done is I've made a start, just to save a bit of time. And what I've done is I have popped into my Thermomix 1 onion and 3 cloves of garlic. You can put 2 in if you want to. It's a bit garlicky. And a little bit of oil and a little bit of butter for flavour. And I've actually sauteed those for 5 minutes. And the details will be on the recipe card, but we've got all this beautiful sauteed down onion and garlic, which is lovely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these in the base of my Thermomix. Now I do have quite a few onions. You could use half an onion, but I really am a big onion fan. So I like to pack those onions in. And the other thing, which is not traditional, but if you have a cheese mouse in the house, just like I do, what I also love to do on top of those onions is just to sprinkle a bit of extra cheese. And of course, cheese means flavor and total yumminess. Excellent. All right. And then on top of that, I'm just going to put a little bit of seasoning, a bit of nice pepper. I love white pepper, but black pepper, whatever you like, and just a little bit, not too much salt. So that's all ready to go. Now for the vegetable Tian, I just need a selection of sliced vegetables, and that's why I'm excited, because I can now do that in the Thermomix. And what I've actually gone ahead and done, I'm going to sneeze, pepper again. Excuse me, everybody.
Better out than in.
I guess so. So I've actually gone ahead and I've sliced up some beautiful tomatoes. Can you see here? See how they're sliced? So they're sliced with the Thermomix cutter on the thick setting. No, Andy. Oh, okay. Goodness.
It's with my cheese.
How's that one? Cheese and tomato. And now when you're actually doing your tomatoes for slicing, go for Roma tomatoes because they do hold less moisture. And you want to go for ones that are quite ripe, that aren't really ripe and soft. So they have a bit of firmness to them, and that way you're going to get beautiful slices. I've also sliced up an aubergine and some little potatoes, and I've got a little bit of mozzarella that I've sliced up too. So I'm just going to pop the cutter back into the Thermomix. So just to remind you, you've got your settings. Remember, I've given you some details on how to do this. But I've got the slate going up. Remember, S, slate for slicing. So it knows I'm going to slice. And I'm very excited. So Andrew, if you have a look at the screen, today, guess what popped on my TM6? The slicing mode. Yay! So I'm going to press the slicing mode. Actually, let me just go back. Let me just go back home. And you've also got a separate grating mode. So if I want to grate, I would choose on that, but I want to slice. And then this is all the instructions. So just to remind you, with those instructions, if you don't want to see them again, you press don't show me this anymore. And then you're into the actual mode. But if you do need to just have a refresh on those instructions, just press the little eye on top. Now, all I want to do is to slice my courgette nice and thickly, so I'm just going to move the dial round to thick, and then it's going to close everything off, and we're ready to start slicing. What's going on here? beautifully guide. Maybe that doesn't sound good. Let me have a look. Maybe it is. It's fine. Oh. Yeah. I love how the Thermomix can tell you if something's wrong. Excuse me for 1 second.
You've forgotten the shaft.
I forgot the shaft. I've been doing so much grating for so many things. The coleslaw is amazing, and just there's so many possibilities. I'm loving it. So shaft has gone in. That's kind of what makes it a bow. And let's start again. So we want to go thick, and let's pop this. Let's press on. And within seconds, I've got this job done. And that's why I'm really excited with the cutter, because before, you know, I'd have to be standing there for ages just cutting these up, but now it's literally done. Within about a minute I can have all of these beautifully chopped up. So back to our lovely Tian, what we're now going to do is we are going to assemble. So just start our little assembly line. I'll try and do this as quickly as I can. Alright, and all we need to do is to basically grab some of the veggies. Okay, so you're creating, and just think about the outside here. So this is going to be my upper one. I'm going to go for another batch. Some that and that. Yum, yum, yum. And tomatoes. And I'm going to go one more. So whatever you can handle. So you can actually mix these ingredients up, so you can see what's happening here. I'm just going to create this lovely domino effect with these veggies, but you can really mix up, use whatever vegetables you have. Another one of my favorite mixes is parsnips, beetroot and potato, so that's a lovely wintry mix which is just delicious. So I'm not packing them really firmly, I'm just packing them loosely. And if anything is left over, what I'm going to do is do some lovely vegetable tartlets tomorrow, which will be just beautiful. So waste not, what not. So let's carry on with this. So how is everybody? I'm not sure if anybody be on at this time. It's a bit of a different time. Is anyone on today, Andrew?
Yeah, we've got over 70 people.
Oh, awesome. It's very hot here in Brizzy.
Aircon's on.
In Gold Coast, sorry, we're not in Brizzy. Aircon is on. And excellent. So who's excited about the cutter? Who can't wait to get their hands on this little guy? Don't worry, I will let you know as soon as it becomes available. We're all so excited to have it. And what I love most is that I don't have to pull out another appliance to do this kind of a job. It's all really super easy, and you know, the one bowl you can slice everything up. No fingers are getting chopped, all that kind of stuff. So I hope everyone got my newsletter, and I'm curious if anyone's tried any of the recipes in that newsletter. So I'm often asked, I think most days I get messages from people about where's this recipe, where's that recipe, and I'm, you know, struggling to find things. So Andrew, have I been working very hard lately?
3 o'clock in the morning, she comes to bed. I know this because the alarm is set at 3 in the morning. The system tells me.
I never realised you can keep tabs on when I'm coming up to bed. I know. So I decided that I wanted to do a food blog. I want to be a food blogger, yay! But the main catalyst is that you guys will find my recipes and information so much more easily. And oh, isn't this looking beautiful? And I wanted to do it myself, because I wanted to learn how to do all that back end stuff. It's someone who's really not that techie. It's been a bit of a learning curve, but I'm getting there, and I'm actually now loading up the recipes and things like that, so it's great. So once you get to this stage, what I'm now going to do is I'm going to continue, and I'm going to work in towards the center. So remember, I'm trying to keep the skins up on the outside because they're not going to be all the same size, and that's absolutely fine. Yum, it's going to be so tasty. Now, if you wanted to, you could salt, especially like your, what's this called? Aubergine. You could salt your aubergine and get rid of any extra moisture, but I don't really mind the extra moisture in my vegetables. It's more nutrition, and you know what, we don't want to waste any of that. So nearly done here. Lovely, lovely jobby. All right, so just packing that in. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a little potato stash and then a little tomato. Perfect. So that is the basis of my Tian.
You're going to season it?
Yes. Now, but before I season it, I've got these little slices of mozzarella, and I'm just going to hide these in because the little cheese mouse in the house loves cheese, and so do I.
Was that sliced by the Thermi?
Yes, it was sliced by the Thermomix. I just love the slicing. So you can, if you want to, if you're doing this for the family, for the kids, you could actually pop in here some sliced sausages, some salami, you know, different things like that, which would be absolutely delicious. But really, you can mix this up, take this basic concept and use what you want. But as I said, that kind of winter root one, which is the beetroot, parsnips and potatoes, are lovely. Oh, yum. Let's get all these in. This is going to be perfect. Okay, so that's all in there now, which is wonderful. So the next thing I need to do, as Andrew said, he's becoming such a little sous chef, is to season this. And I'm going to add some Italian seasoning. It's a lovely mix that I've made in the Thermomix with oregano and all sorts of different herbs. So that's going to be absolutely beautiful. Thank you, honey. And now we haven't got a lot of salt introduced into this, so I'm actually going to salt it now. Now remembering I've got cheese in here, so I don't want to go overboard. Some nice peppers going on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drizzle it in some olive oil. I've got some beautiful rosemary and garlic infused olive oil here, so I'm going to use that one today. Yum. So remember, underneath we've got that buttery onion and garlic mix. And we've got all these lovely vegetables interlaced with some lovely fresh mozzarella, some beautiful herbs and some lovely seasoning to bring all this together. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to cover this with foil. I'm going to cover this with foil and I'm going to bake it at 200 degrees fan for half an hour. So we want to make sure, because remember we've got a hard vegetable, which is the potato in here, so that needs to be cooked through. So after that half an hour, I'm going to take off the foil, and then I am going to liberally lace it over with a mix of beautiful parmesan, really strong cheddar and panko breadcrumbs. The panko is not traditional, but we do like that mix. It makes it really crispy and crunchy. It's just delicious. Then I'm going to pop it back into the oven for another 15 to 20 minutes. And it's going to be amazing. So, any questions there, Andrew?
Just a question about how does the slicer work with the TM5?
Yep, so with the TM5, you do it in a manual mode, so you won't have these automatic modes that come up here. So what you would do, the main thing is what you have to remember, if you are cutting thick, you want to cut, and if you're going thin, you put it into reverse, but all of that's explained, so you just do it manually. So you'll plug in 1 minute, and then you will actually go to speed 4, never go above speed 4 with your cutter, and then you will just pop them through the shaft, and you of course would have made sure that you've got this the right way up. But all of that's in the instruction book, it's very clear. So the main thing to remember, if you're grating, slate for grate, goes up, and you can see
for slice.
Slice for slice, yes. Sorry, thank you. Oh, just so you're there. But you can see, if you probably don't do it hard, because you'll slice it off, but you can see that's the raised bit to slice. Yep, and that's the thin and that's the thick. And then this is the grey for grate, all right? And you can, if you can feel them, so they just go in different directions. So if you're actually doing thick, you go into forward, and if you're doing thin, you go backwards. That's it. So really easy to use. Okay, everybody, so that is my gorgeous vegetable Tian that's going in the oven, and we are going to be eating that within the hour. Yum! Thank you so much, everybody. You have fun with your Thermomixes, lots of cooking and baking. Reach out if I can help at all, and don't forget, if you want to maybe get a Thermomix or upgrade your Thermomix, please give me a call. I'd love to look after you. Bye for now, everyone. Say bye-bye, Andrew.
Bye-bye, Andrew.
Yeah.
Actually, that does look good.
Mm.
Reminds me of when you used to run bead making classes. All these colours.
Yeah, I guess so. That'd make a nice necklace, wouldn't it? One of these button necklaces.
Is that ready to go? Is that ready to go in the oven?
Yeah, just put some foil around it, and then we're ready to rock and roll.
How long will that be in the oven? Did you say?
About half an hour, then I'll take the foil off, top it with the cheese, and then pop it back in for 15 to 20 minutes.
Excellent. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You can take a picture of it and post it. You'll take a picture.
Oh yeah, I'm going to take it back out and take a picture. Okay.
And the recipe. The recipe.
Recipe, I'll put that up. It'll be up for you tomorrow. All right, everybody. Thank you. Bye.